Hey guys. Okay, now I think it's going. Hey guys. Oh my gosh, my friend just posted, check on your Kentucky friends. No basketball, no horse racing. We're practically Indiana at this point. Wow. Yeah. So I want to see something. I have another, oh my gosh, that's so bright. I have another page pulled up. And I want, first let me tweet this out real quick. If you pop in, please say hi. Will you stop with the all caps button? Oh my gosh. No. Smartphones are so stupid, I swear. Oh, hello. What is up, Brian the Observer? How are you doing tonight? I'm just tweeting this out. I want to see something. I want to make sure. Oh, wow. Can I turn that all the way down? Okay. That is, we're going to turn my Bluetooth off on that. There we go. I want to make sure that can still be okay. So, what I am doing, lost some gigs, but I'm optimistic. Well, at least you're optimistic. If sometimes what you lose isn't always a loss. Sometimes you find or gain something better. Okay, so I work in a grocery store. It's a big chain grocery store. And we got a truck this morning. Today was my first day at this location. We got a truck this morning, and we were almost immediately out of eggs. Like, really? Really? No? I mean, I don't know. This whole coronavirus has just got everybody going, like, batty, for real, honestly. And the reason for the toilet paper thing, everybody's always like, toilet paper is not going to save you from the virus. The material used in masks, most of your typical masks, is toilet paper. The sheets and toilet paper. They make masks out of them. So that's why people are stockpiling toilet paper. It's not even to wipe their butts. It's toilet paper. So, yeah, I'm going to put that right there so I can see any comments because I don't have it pulled up on here. I have my local news pulled up on my. Do they not have a night mode? Holy crap. This stuff. No, close that. Okay, so we were almost immediately out of that. I was told another local department store / grocery store was almost immediately out of toilet paper. We have literally started putting limitations on what people get. So you are literally, in one store I know of, you're literally limited to 2 hand sanitizers per order. You are limited to, at the one I work at, you are limited to 3. You're limited to 3 cleaners. So whether you have a laundry soap, a dish soap, and Clorox wipes, those are all you can get. If you have anything else, even if you're just doing your regular grocery shopping, even if you're just getting your regular stuff and you're not even stockpiling it or whatever, you're still limited to 3. Even if it's on sale, you're limited to 3 because of the high demand of those specific products. You're limited to 2 or 3 for those particular stores. So, yeah, please be friendly with your cashiers. They are doing the best that they can. Be friendly with your baggers, the people who get the carts off the lot, any of the managers in the stores, because we are doing the best that we can. It's not like we drive the trucks. It's not like I can just call and be like, hey, yeah, we're out of toilet paper. Can Charmin send us some more? It doesn't work like that. With a larger grocery store, we usually get anywhere between 2 to 4 trucks a week, depending on the product. Sometimes it's produce, sometimes it's meat, sometimes it's, dairy, sometimes it's, if you have clothing, it'll be that as well. But today, we got thanked a lot by the guests that were coming in. Everyone was uber patient and uber friendly. There was one impatient woman. There was an elderly gentleman in one of those motorized chairs, and he was trying to use a coupon. And we was trying to explain to him, you got the wrong thing. But there was a point where my granddad reached that age. You couldn't explain anything to him. You know what I mean? So the woman was literally, after he left, she was like, I was about to pay for it myself. I'm like, well, I mean, I got stuff to do. Like, okay, you have stuff to do. Like, he's freaking 80 years old. I used to work at the number 1 grocery chain in the Southeast. I get where you're coming. Yeah. And I don't know why, but I always end up being a cashier somewhere. It's like written in the stars somewhere that Karen has to be a cashier. I swear. So this is my beef with being a cashier. I don't mind it. I honestly don't. Let me check something. What just happened? Nothing? Okay. So, please stop putting your cases of pops and beers and waters on the belt, because most of the cashiers that I've seen couldn't weight lift 20 pounds. So I used to be a bakery clerk, but they would often put me in the deli. Dude, I did the deli one day in a grocery store. I went home and I never went back. I'm not even going to lie. I cannot even tell a lie right now. Like, I just did not. I was like, dude, no, that's not going to happen. This is not, nope. So I don't think that grocery store exists anymore. I think they ended up closing down, but yeah, that just was not going to happen for me. But, I tried. I gave it a shift. But yeah, just like there was another place I worked at and it literally put me in physical therapy twice because I strained the muscle in my right shoulder blade. And they literally gave me a note saying I could only work on the fast lanes, which is no lifting. Now, I understand if you are elderly. I understand if you are disabled. I will happily put your stuff in your cart, help you out to your car and put it in your car, and I will do it with a smile on my face. But if you're able to lift it and put it in your cart and then lift it and put it on the belt, then you can take it right back and put it right back in your cart, because I never could lift anything heavy. Like, I've never had upper body strength at all. I always had, my strength was always in my legs. Always in my legs. Always. But it's like, And you guys don't realize like the toll that that takes on our bodies after a freaking anywhere between an 8 and 12-hour shift of lifting all of these 2 liters and cases of pops, waters, and beer even. Like, I feel like my back is on fire right now. Like, I don't mind the job, but it's freaking crazy that you guys just literally, when you go shopping, you stand there on your phones most of the time and you don't even have any consideration whatsoever for the person that's working for you. I understand the cashier has to scan your stuff, but like, if you can't, I mean, take care of your own, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind doing the cashier part. I like that. And I don't even mind bagging the groceries. That's not even an issue for me. It's pay attention to things, pay attention to your kids because they're grabbing stuff out of the aisle shelves. And it's just be considerate. Like, you have to actually think, could this person lift this? There's a reason I'm a cashier and I don't stock shelves. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's that. But it was crazy today. Yeah. And I don't mind it being busy. It makes time go faster. I prefer having a busier shift than standing around. But, and of course, you always work with that one person. I'm so tired. I can't wait to go home. Oh my gosh. Then, you know what? Bye. Go home. Like, because there's people here who freaking need to work, who actually want to work and like what they do. So, yeah. But I mean, that's why that's why people are stockpiling the toilet paper, and there's now limitations on everything. There is a home remedy for hand sanitizers. Google it. There is a simple recipe type thing. I think it's literally like 3 freaking things, if I remember right. I saw it on Twitter. But I know you guys, oh, that's social media. I don't really believe everything that goes on social media. Well, today while we was at work, I was informed that this has been declared a national emergency. And I'm looking at it right now. I don't know if I click on this, if it's going to play a video. I don't want it to play a video. Don't play a video. I don't want to hear Trump's voice. Trump declares national emergency amid the coronavirus pandemic. A move that he said would free up $50 billion to fight the spread of disease. So he did this money. If he did not do this, he wouldn't free up money. Oh, and I was also informed. Yes, I'm looking at it right now. Yes. Yes, Brian, you are correct. I was also informed, and you can Google this and look this up and tell me if I'm wrong, but it's an election year. What happened last time there was an election year for president? And what happened to the presidential election before that? Something. There's always something. He is trying to get reelected, and I can't stand Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter. I didn't like him when he was a reality TV show. He's a douchebag. He's a pervert. I don't like him, period. Don't care. I like that he put a ban on travel so that this doesn't spread, despite the fact that Italy has gotten hit the worst. I think, from what I've heard, Italy's gotten hit the worst. But yes, his order also called for states to set up emergency centers, called on hospitals to activate emergency preparedness plans, and granted new powers to the Health and Human Services Secretary. This is going to get him reelected. So this clown is going to be in the White House for another freaking 4 years. This is why I'm not a registered voter. And you can at me all you want. I don't have your own opinion about that, but it's political moves like this that, and you cannot tell me. First of all, I don't blame China for this. virus. I don't. I believe this is another government-made virus. And I did say another because every virus, where did it come from? Who was patient zero? Where did it come from? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm one of those people. Visitors would be allowed in end-of-life situations only because they would not permit visitors except in select circumstances so that they didn't contract the virus or pass the virus on. So, like, I have a really good friend right now. She cannot visit her mom in the nursing home. They put a ban on visitors. So, her mom's not sick or anything, but they put a ban on visitors in the nursing home because, yeah, I blame China for their cooperation. What do you mean their cooperation? What have they cooperated with? I am not saying that China does not have a smog problem, and I'm not saying that they probably do not have a hygiene issue, but I don't blame this specific virus just on China. You know what I mean? Like, there's more to it than that. Viruses are man-made. They don't just sprout up from the ground. His address also included comments from the CEOs in the health and retail sectors who said they will work with Trump's administration to expand testing capabilities, including the development of drive-through testing. That's just creepy. Like, I'm not going through a drive-through and like, okay, take my blood. Like, that's just, no. That's a little creepy to me. Trump dodged a question about his administration's decision to eliminate his administration's pandemic response panel, calling it a nasty question. His announcement comes 2 days after he held a primetime address regarding the pandemic from the Oval Office. Perpetuating the virus, it was not announced till it was too late. Of course, that's how it is anywhere, though. The CCP has a long history of not taking responsibility. That is facts right there. During that address, Trump announced that he was instituting a 30-day ban on travel to all European nations besides the UK. That ban begins today. I wonder why besides the UK. Oh my gosh, those shoes look so comfortable. I hate advertisements. Trump said he would look into adding the UK to the travel ban list, considering the country saw a spike in cases on Friday. And of course, he tweeted because of Brexit. What is Brexit? Is that something I have to Google? I don't know if I know what that is. You have to understand, I do not have cable TV. I do not have network TV. And I actually, even though we had the internet, I had a really crappy laptop. If you watch any of my videos, I've completely complained about it forever. Like, the LED light was going out in it, so I could only do what I was able to do on it. If I needed to look something like this up, newsworthy or anything, I couldn't do it. So literally rely on Twitter for any news. UK left the European Union a couple months ago. Oh, okay. Trump also called for the unity during his speech, saying that the coronavirus pandemic was not a time for partisan politics. However, in the hours during the address, he attacked former Vice President Joe Biden and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Twitter. So that is that. So there is a national, there is a video, actually. I'm not going to play it, though, because I would rather not listen to his voice. Plus, I don't want copyright. Okay. In Ohio, there are 4 confirmed coronavirus cases in Butler County. Our goal is not to alarm you, but to equip you with the information you need. We will try to keep things in context and focus on helping you make decisions, See a list of resources and frequently asked questions at the end of this story. Westchester Township, Ohio. 4 cases of the virus have been confirmed in Greater Cincinnati, according to UC Health spokeswoman Amanda, with a last name I cannot pronounce, but it is Nagelleisen. Let me type her name down in here. Oops. Amanda, Nagelleisen. Yep, that is her name. She is the UC Health spokeswoman for Cincinnati. 4 patients tested positive for the virus at UC Health's Westchester Hospital, she said on Friday. The patients were treated and released. Health officials did not provide information on patients, demographics, or where the patients are from. So they not even be like from Ohio, like they could be from out of state or something. So we don't even know that. Butler County General Health District Commissioner Jennifer Baylor said the county is currently following 7 people in one family, 4 of which have tested positive for the virus. As soon as they were tested, they were put into quarantine, Baylor said at a press conference. Of those 7 people, 3 are men, 4 are women. 5 are in their 30s, 2 are in their 70s. So unfortunately, the 2 that are in their 70s have a higher risk to actually die from this virus. That sucks. 2 people are currently quarantined at home awaiting test results, and 1 is hospitalized awaiting test results. Baylor said it currently is unclear where the individuals picked up the virus, and the health district is investigating possible links to out-of-state and out-of-country exposure. 30 people are currently self-quarantined at home after attending an out-of-state conference where an attendee later tested positive for the virus. Baylor said the health district has no reason to believe the individuals are virus positive at this time. Getting tested in Butler County. You cannot get tested at a public health department at this time, she says. Test kits are at the Ohio Department of Health in Columbus. So I'm on my deathbed and I have to drive to Columbus to get tested for this virus. Okay. Or get a test kit for this virus. I don't know. Those who believe they may show symptoms of the virus should instead call ahead to their primary care provider to be interviewed and receive information on how to get tested through private labs, LabCorp, and Quest Diagnostics. All require a doctor's order. And I will tell you what I said in my last one. My husband thought he had the flu, which is really rare that he ever even gets sick. But he thought he had the flu. He was taking some Dayquil, nothing was working, so he went to our family doctor, and he's like, yeah, I think I have the flu. And they're like, yeah, get out. So call ahead to your doctor's office or hospital and talk to a nurse or doctor on duty before you make the trip, because more than likely when you tell them your symptoms, they don't have to test you for anything. They don't have to take your temperature. You can take your own temperature. Most of this is common sense. If you are an adult, you know how to take care of yourself. If you're a parent, you know how to take care of yourself because you've been taking care of your babies since they was born. So you're a good caregiver. You can take care of yourself. So you can take your temperature. You know what your symptoms are. Don't go get over-the-counter crap. Call your family doctor or your local emergency room. Talk to a nurse or a doctor on duty before you drive in there, because they'll send you the hell home. And it looks like the 2 that are hospitalized, it looks like test results take between 2 to 5 days to come back. So, I mean, yeah. The Ohio Department of Health confirmed that to Friday that the 13 total positive cases on its website does not include 3 of the 4 cases in Butler County. So now there are at least 16 positive cases in the state of Ohio. So, and then there's an option to click here to see a full list of schools that have adjusted their schedules amid the outbreak, which I'm going to get to that as well. If you live in Ohio, the Department of Health, I will type this out actually. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it on this. The Department of Health coronavirus hotline is one. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, you suck. Okay. 1-833-4 ASK-ODH. And then you can see the ODH's coronavirus resources by clicking right there for Ohio. And then for Kentucky, the state hotline for the virus is 1-800-722-5725. For those of y'all who live in the state of Kentucky. Indiana, the SDH oh my gosh. I don't know. There's a resource center you can call with an after hours and an email address. I'll give the numbers. So for Indiana, Resource Center, there's like a daytime number, and then there is the after hours number. The daytime number is 317-233-7125, or after hours is 317-233-1325. And that is for the state of Indiana. Okay. So that is good to know for that. Also, if you have Duke Energy for your electric company, this is in the news today. Duke Energy suspends any disconnections for non-payment amid this outbreak. Hang on. Duke Energy and Piedmont Natural Gas are suspending disconnections for non-payment effective immediately in the wake of this virus outbreak in the U.S. This applies to all of their customers in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana, and 4 other states. As a part, that sounds so ominous. Like what are the other 4 states? As a part of your community and a provider of essential services, we are here to support you during this uncertain time. The utility announced on Facebook Friday, since many of our customers may be facing unusual financial hardship, since doctors' bills are freaking outrageous, and, since many are, we are suspending disconnection for non-payment effective immediately. We will continue to look for ways to support our customers during this pandemic. And it looks like, so as part of your community and a provider of essential, what the hell was that? A part of our essential services, we are here to support you during this uncertain time. Since many of our customers may be facing unusual financial hardship, we are suspending disconnection for non-payment effective immediately. This applies to all home and business accounts in Florida, Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, South Carolina, and Tennessee. We will continue to look for ways to support customers' needs during this pandemic. Thank you. Yep. And then those same numbers apply. What is the coronavirus? According to the World Health Organization, coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that cause illnesses ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases such as Middle East respiratory syndrome, or of course they've initialized it, and severe acute respiratory syndrome. A novel coronavirus, such as what you see as hashtag COVID-19, is a new strain that has not been previously identified in humans, probably because the government has been testing it on animals and rats so far. Anyways, I did not say that out loud. Coronavirus, well, this strain of coronavirus was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan City, Hubei Province, China, and has now been detected in 45 countries across the globe, including the U.S. The CDC reports the initial patients in China have some link to a large seafood and live animal market, indicative of animal to person spread. So whatever post, and I knew that was a fake post, but a lot of people were posting, dogs don't get it. There's no confirmed cases that dogs were killed by the coronavirus. My dog gets colds too. Like, your dog gets sick. Like, it happens. And it might be a different strain, but it can happen. Like, it's going to happen. Like, you have to be super careful. And it was probably an animal to person spread, which is what I have freaking said as well. So a growing number of patients, however, did not report exposure to animal markets, indicating the disease is spreading person to person. So no one really knows where it originated from. Thus my theory, the government created it. What are the symptoms and how does it spread? Confirmed cases of this strain have ranged. Okay. Oh my God. If he pees on me, I'm going to kill you.
No, Slovenia. Oh, no, only me.
Slovenia.
I was singing this Lion King song, but I don't know exactly what word they say. So it was a funny story.
But yes, symptoms. Confirmed cases of this strain have ranged from mild symptoms to severe illness and death. According to the CDC, symptoms can include fever, cough, shortness of breath. Symptoms can appear in as few as 2 days or as long as 14 days after exposure. It is similar to the incubation period for, hang on, I have to scroll back up here, Middle East respiratory syndrome. Spread of the virus is thought to be mainly from person to person. Spread is between people who are in close contact with one another, so don't pet your neighbors.
I have touched her. She now has corona.
She touched me. I'm telling.
Right, but
who are in close contact with one another within about 6 feet. Spread occurs via respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. So the droplets can land in the mouth or nose of people who are nearby or possibly be inhaled into the lungs. So like if you breathe in when somebody sneezes and they don't cover their mouth because they're douchebags.
Achoo! I'm so sorry.
You just gave me the coronavirus. Okay, it's not really something to joke about.
I didn't actually sneeze.
I know you did, but don't be rude. According to the CDC, it could be possible for a person to get this particular strain by touching a surface or object that has the virus on it and then touching their own mouth, nose, or possibly their eyes. This is not thought to be the main way the virus spreads, the CDC said. The disease is most contagious when people are the sickest and showing the most symptoms. So,
got a funny story.
well, you can wait for a few minutes. But yeah, Duke announces that they suspend all disconnections due to this. Something else. So our schools in Ohio, well, at least in our city of Ohio, have closed for 3 weeks. They go back to school after spring break. So I hope this doesn't mean they're staying 3 weeks longer in summer. It's not like this is winter break or something. You know what I mean? So they better not be keeping them for 3 weeks in summer because I'll be pissed. So list, L-I-S-T, how some local schools are dealing with this strain of the coronavirus. And what this is there are some kids who only get lunch when they're at school. Like, their food is limited. They don't get to stock up. They don't get to go to the grocery store and stock up. So, like, all you people who are stocking up, like the people who can't, yeah. Like, good for you, but what about your neighbor? You know what I mean? Check on your neighbors. Like, you're not the only one. Like, really, just check on your neighbors. Be polite. Be kind. You know what I mean? Like, don't be douchebags about this whole thing. Government officials have declared states of emergency across the tri-states thanks to this strain, and many local events have been canceled or postponed. This is a list of local schools and ways they have said they were dealing with it. So, Archdiocese of Cincinnati Schools, Art Academy of Cincinnati, Beckham School for Accelerated Learning, Baden High School, Cincinnati Public Schools, Cincinnati State, Lebanon City Schools, Little Miami Local Schools, Madeira Schools, Mason City Schools, Miami University, Mount St. Joseph, Northwest Local School District, Princeton City School District, Ohio State University, Ohio University, Southwest Local Schools, Springboro Schools, Talawanda City Schools, University of Cincinnati. In-person classes have been suspended, but students will continue their lessons online beginning March 26th. University housing and dining facilities will be closed as well. So there's that for the University of Cincinnati. Xavier universities, the same. Like, if you're in college, most of your you got lessons, you guys can still continue online. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear recommended all K through 12 Kentucky schools close between March 16th through March 27th. Boone County Schools, Fort Thomas Independent Schools, Gallatin County Schools, Kenton County Schools, Newport Independent Schools, Northern Kentucky University. In Indiana, Sunman Dearborn Community Schools. Spring break for all schools starts Monday, March 16th and goes through March 30th. All events, rentals, games, practices, and other activities are canceled beginning after school on March 13th. Read the letter to parents clicking there. And again, there's the hotline numbers. So those are the schools. If you want that list, I'm sure you could just Google list of schools that's closed. I am personally on my local news, which is WCPO.com. Yeah. There we go. So I don't know if y'all know what a fish fry is, but Cincinnati has something called a fish fry. So this is a list of local events that are canceled or postponed due to this. Of course, they will continue to update the list as it is deemed necessary. And you guys can always check your local neighborhoods, your local cities for whatever events are in your areas to see if they're canceled and whatnot. Many public events have been canceled or postponed after health officials recommended the public avoid close social contact to slow the spread. For general closings, see the list of categories immediately below. Scroll further for a list of event cancellations by date. Probably the best for like events in your hood or your city would be Facebook. Honestly. Fish fries. So the Archdiocese of Cincinnati issued the following fish fry cancellations. Carroll High School, St. Patrick's Day fish fry, March 14th is canceled. This is a really long list. I'm not going to read all of these, but like St. Veronica, Cincinnati fish fry canceled until further notice. Canceled, fish fry canceled. St. John the Baptist, Dry Ridge, fish fry canceled until further notice. St. John the Evangelist, Westchester, all March fish fries. Fish fry Fridays are canceled. Sports, all Ohio High School Athletic Association events are canceled for the duration of the season. All remaining NCAA tournaments have been canceled, including the first 4 in Dayton, Ohio, and the first and second round March Madness games in Cleveland, canceled. The ECHL, the league, which includes the Cincinnati Cyclones, a hockey team, has suspended the rest of its season. Major League Soccer announced it would suspend its 2020 season, including FC Cincinnati's home opener. I didn't want FC to come to Cincinnati anyways. So, Art and Cincinnati. Xavier University intercollegiate athletics competitions, camps, and clinics have been canceled for the spring semester. Arts and entertainment. Okay, now I'm just going to cry. Shit just got real, y'all. I don't even know. I was literally just talking about this today, too. I was looking so forward to going to this. The Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens, one of the most beautiful gardens ever, will remain open, but has canceled or postponed events of 100 people or more through April 30th. This includes Tunes and Balloons and Zootanicals. I like pretty flowers. And the trees in the freaking zoo in the springtime are, you know what? The Cincinnati Museum Center at Union Terminal will close to the public. Yes, I'm about to cry. That freaking sucks. I hope the animals are okay, though. The Cincinnati Museum Center at Union Terminal will close to the public March 14th to April 3rd. This includes the Nancy and David Wolf Holocaust and Humanities Center, which is housed inside the Union Terminal. All programs associated with the museums and museum camps are canceled during this time. So it looks like after spring break, well, no, that one's not even coming back up until after May 2nd. Most everything is opening back up, and it looks like a lot of things might be coming back on track. The National Underground Railroad Freedom Center will close to the public March 14th till April 3rd. All programs are canceled during this time. So any events they have between like today and April 3rd, or between today and May 2nd, any events they had planned, they're canceled. The Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, Cincinnati Pops, Vocal Arts Assemble, and May Festival performances and events are canceled through at least April 5th. The Cincinnati Ballet will extend its spring break from March 14th to April 3rd. The school will consider all classes absences up until March 13th excused. The ballet has canceled its main stage production of Snow White and rescheduled main stage production Director's Cut at the Aronoff Center to April 30th and May 2nd. The Carnegie has decided to postpone the Jesse Donahue and Open Source 2.1 opening reception on Friday, March 13th, and to temporarily suspend gallery hours this weekend. The opening reception will be rescheduled at a later date. Gallery hours will resume March 21st. Oh my gosh. The list goes on. Let's see. We have a restaurant called Cock and Bulls. Most St. Patrick's weekend events are canceled. Catholics across Ohio are dispensed from their obligation to attend Sunday Mass through the weekend of March 28th and the 29th. Claremont County Public Library will be closing all library branches effective 5 p.m. and will reopen at noon Monday, April 6th. Other libraries are doing the same thing. The Cincinnati Nature Center will close. All programs are then canceled again until April 5th. Again, the list goes on. So literally go to, dang. Okay, that one's just postponed. The Black Women's Book Expo at Kennedy Heights Arts Center. That one's just postponed. Another one that's just postponed is the Winter of Oz Carnival. And apparently the Turfway Park Jeff Ruby race will have 0 spectators. Okay. Postponed, canceled, delayed. The Cincinnati Reds opener against St. Louis, delayed, not canceled. Rescheduled is the Monster Jam Triple Threat Series at the Heritage Bank Center. Has been rescheduled for November. Dang, like, okay. But yeah, for more of what's in your area, just Facebook it. Like, go to your local Facebook neighborhood and stuff like that. There's a lot of events closing. Jury trials at Hamilton County Courthouse are suspended until April 13th. So if you have a jury trial at the courthouse in Hamilton County, Ohio, it's canceled or suspended. It is suspended. Suspended. Let me correct that. I'm sorry. Okay. Wow. When will stores be able to restock their shelves? Okay, try smaller stores for toilet paper, wipes, and more. Usually your dollar stores will have these. If you've been to the grocery store in the past few days, you have seen the shelf clearing frenzy in Kroger, Meijer, Walmart, and even Target. The cashier said it's worse than a snowstorm, which I've heard that today. I heard that quite a few times today. Is literally like people are stockpiling like there's a snowstorm or something outside. It's crazy. Long checkout lines and shelves clear, just not just of sanitizer, but of Lysol and Clorox wipes, but of everyday basics as well. So it's not just, I mean, yeah, it's the high demand stuff like that, but it's everyday basics as well, which brings me to another point. I saw a woman post. She has one of those daredevil kids, like our old Eric, our oldest. He was a daredevil. He got out a 2-story window. He freaking face planted into a cement post while he was riding his bike. He's, skateboarding, bailed, failed, tried, jumped, everything, you name it, scraped and whatever. So I always had to keep like alcohol wipes or, anything like that. And if everybody is like buying all this stuff out, your neighbor whose kid is a daredevil like mine was, her kid like freaking falls off the slide or whatever, and she doesn't have any antiseptic for him because you freaking went and bought 50 of them at the freaking grocery store. Because you're a douchebag. So, I mean, I understand stockpiling for like your family, but you're forgetting your neighbors who can't do that. You're forgetting your, yeah, like you're forgetting your neighbors that can't freaking do that stuff. So stop loading your cart with 10, 24 packs of toilet paper. Just stop. Be sensible about what's going on around you. Don't panic. You know what I mean? A lot of people say it's bizarre. Bread and milk are selling fast, which bread and milk always sell fast. So, like, I'm not even surprised about that. The milk cooler just had the organic milk left. Well, not even that. And I said earlier, a lot of your larger grocery stores, they get trucks 2 to 4 times a week, depending on the size of their produce. Like, okay, I work for one that has a large size produce. Their produce is always fresh. So, and I love the produce there. I don't like that it's always wet when I try to go get it, but I love that the produce is always fresh. So, yeah. So it's like they could have like a different delivery truck for different products or different items. They don't put everything on one truck and bring it, you know what I mean? It could be, I don't know how the truck delivery system works. I'm not a manager there. I don't want to be a manager there. I don't want that responsibility. God bless the people who do. I'm not a delivery driver. I don't work for the corporations who do, so I don't know anything about that. But, I mean, I can find out when the trucks will show up. I cannot tell you what will be on them, but I can tell you when the trucks will show up. Like, we got one Thursday night. So, I don't know. You know what I mean? We found the same situation in a Walmart. Oh, wait, hang on. He was loading up his car. Says comfort food was selling fast. La Rosa's sauce was really tough to come by. Skyline chili and Spam. We found the same situation in the Mason Walmart where toilet paper was almost gone. The Cherry Grove Target where somebody said paper towels was flying off the shelves. Kroger has issued a statement saying our supply chain teams are working to ensure that food, medicine, and cleaning supplies are reaching our stores as quickly as possible and are available through our pickups and delivery services. Okay, so I learned about an app today. You can download an app called Instacart. If you cannot, I don't recommend everybody do this. Like, if you're disabled, I get it. If you're too sick, I get it. If you're not agoraphobe, is it agoraphobe? One of those where they can't leave the house. You know what I'm talking about? I understand that. Or if you just have like a doctor's appointment and you can't make it to the grocery store that day, something like that. If you have a legitimate reason you cannot make it to the grocery store, Instacart is perfect. What it is, and I found this out today, and I'm going to download this app, and I'm going to take advantage of it with Junior being sick and everything. So I don't need to go right now. But I personally don't mind the long lines. I don't do self-checkout. I go through a lane. I prefer a real person over a machine. And it's Instacart with a C, not with it's C-A-R-T, not K-A-R-T. I already looked it up. I just didn't have my Wi-Fi turned on. I wasn't going to use my data to download it. But you can either do it yourself or you can shop. But you find, I guess, I have not looked at this app yet. I cannot tell you anything about it yet. But from what I was explained, you go shopping, you pay for everything, and I guess they scan everything at the store, and it was already paid for online. They bag it up, they put it in the cart, and then they drive it to your house. If you want to do that as like a side job, I don't know how you would go about doing that. I guess you download the app or whatever. Google how do I become an Instacart driver? I don't know. Walmart says it is also changing delivery schedules to help stores restock as fast as possible. So the best advice. I recommend the Instacart because there was a lot of elderly and disabled people coming through the lanes today that should not have had to have been there. There should have been somebody to go to the grocery store for them. And they weren't even stockpiling. They were just getting stuff. Like they were just getting their stuff. So they should have had somebody to be able to go to the grocery store for them. Like there was this one woman, she was very elderly, kind of sickly, and she literally walked the entire grocery store, filled her cart. She rode on a senior bus, and apparently they are only allowed a limited amount of bags. So I was trying to make her bags as light as possible, and I had to condense all of her bags. So her bags were like heavy as hell. And she had to have she was only allowed 7 or 8 bags. So yeah, had to condense her bags. What's up, Will?
I was watching something and she walked up and met the dude and she was like, "What do you do?" And he says, "I'm an astrophysicist." She goes, "Okay, I'm a Gemini."
What?
He just kind of stopped like he really knew she was dumb at that moment.
Okay. Anyways, the best advice is to wait a few days for the panic to subside and things to calm down and for stores to restock. Or visit smaller local stores, from dollar stores to hardware stores, which may still have some supplies left. So that is all that I think that I have today on stop putting lime in Coronas, people. Okay, I'm not quarantining my husband. Northern Kentucky University employee spouse self-quarantining with flu-like symptoms. Stop. But yeah, so that is all I have on that for today. When you work in a grocery store, okay, my scheduled live streams are not supposed to be for Sundays, but I have a new system and I'm trying to get used to everything, and my body is sore and I really just wanted to sit down. So, I can literally hear the bass of his computer speakers downstairs. Okay, so there's my Twitter. You can follow me there, or you can follow me on Facebook. It does not matter. This is like the longest stream I've done. I don't want my streams to go over an hour. But this is a big thing that's going on. So if I can get information out there, I will. And I live in Ohio. So that is why I shared a lot of Ohio stuff with you guys. So if you live in Ohio or you know somebody that lives in Ohio, share this. Or go to WCPO News. That's where I got my information from. So, because I live close to Cincinnati. But yeah. But if you have, I'm going to try this app out and I'm going to check it out. and I'm going to test it out. And when I do, I'm going to let you know. Also, a side note that's got nothing to do with this. I can't figure out, I want to just record videos with my webcam. I do not always want to have to go live. So if I could just like record a video with my webcam and then upload it, that would be awesome. And I can't figure out a way to do that. So if y'all know how to do that, let me know. Please, that would be amazing. So yes. Yeah, this is just a crazy time. Like I think this is one of the crazy. I mean, we've gotten through worse, though. People, come on. So like the whole panic at the disco thing, we got to stop. Literally, limit yourself to what your house needs. Don't forget your neighbors. Be diligent. Your neighbors are people too, and they have children, or they're elderly, or they're disabled. So while you're out there buying freaking 20 boxes of macaroni and cheese, they might not be able to do that. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know, help a neighbor out. Be diligent. We are all one race. We are the human race. And, I mean, are we really going to let this freaking virus wipe us out? Like this? Seriously? With toilet paper? Seriously? Come on. Step up. Do something for your neighbors. Donate to your local churches. Even if you don't believe in God, which I'm not even going to have an opinion on that right now. But I'll pray for you if you do not. But even if you don't believe, your local churches do. There are other people in your area that do, like many do. And even those who don't, your local churches help people who need help. So even if you don't want to help your neighbor, your local churches and community churches will. So reach out, find a way that you can help out any way you can, because while you're stockpiling all this crap just for you and your household, your neighbor is not. So don't be a douchebag. Do the right thing. Help out your neighbors. And don't be rude to your cashiers and cart pushers and baggers and click listers and all of that. So, yeah. Would really appreciate that. Make sure you say, sorry guys, make sure you say thank you to the people who are still open and who are still working, who are there for your stockpiling needs. I'm not stockpiling. We have what we need. There's 4 people in our house. We have enough toilet paper. I never thought I would live in a country where I would see people walk in my grocery store or walk around, period, with face masks on and latex gloves on. Like, I double took that. Like, I had to do a double take. Honestly. I couldn't believe it. Like, it's crazy. But now what?
Lady put her phone in the microwave to show her popcorn popping on a video.
There was also one where this guy
It went, she was like hurried out and opened the door, like, what's going on? Like,
there was this guy on social media. I now know why people don't want me on social media. There was this guy on social media, and he got a kind of long haircut, so his forehead was, spacious. We put it, and people literally took the image and played tic-tac-toe with his forehead.
all over Twitter.
He's like, there is multiple games going on.
I'm feeling better? Yeah. So
I am
Northern
pretty.
Kentucky University employee's spouse quarantined themselves for having flu-like symptoms. I was like, yeah, I'm not quarantining my husband. But yeah.
Pour a whole bottle of sanitizer on that.
But that was a lot of information. There is a
I was the only one that was sick.
there
Mainly
oh my
because I don't
gosh.
cough on you guys. I don't like. you
Yeah.
know,
He
hug
quarantines
you and kiss you
himself,
when I'm sick. I pretty much quarantine myself to the
Yeah.
living room. It's where I'm sleeping.
and nobody else really hangs out in there.
Not dumb. But I have to take care
Yeah, I was saying earlier, like this is pretty much common sense to take care of yourself.
It's a
of. I think
wrap.
people should be making masks out of the Lysol wipe stuff because it kills coronavirus.
Sure kills you too.
I did not say that, but okay. And on that note, 19 years with him. Been with him for 19 years. But yes, I'm going to test that app out, and when I do, I will definitely give an update about that. If somebody else does it, make sure you tag me at GotTheKibby25 on Twitter, and we'll collab on that. You let me know how it went in your area. I'll try it, and I'll let you know how it goes in my area. I literally live like a mile from my store, so. But yeah, I would not be able to walk groceries home. But yeah, if it's a day off or if I'm sick, I am going to do it just to test it out because I'm curious about it. Again, it is that up? Okay. It is Instacart. Is like that. Yeah. And I saw it on the Google Play Store. I guess I can take this off now. This so totally needs charged. Holy crap. Okay. I'll have to turn the brightness down to show you something on my phone. Play Store. This is what it looks like. Oh my gosh. This is it. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Are you for Rizzle? Turn it way down. There we go. Can you see it? Instacart same day grocery delivery. That is what, there's like a little carrot. You guys see that? That is what, that brightness is turned like way down. That might look really bright to you guys, but that is turned way down. That is what the app looks like. I guess I can go ahead and install that now that I've turned my Wi-Fi back on, and I so totally need to charge my phone, people. See what you let me do? But yeah, I'm downloading that now, and I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to make a list for my store, and yeah, I'm gonna, as soon as I get paid or whatever, I am going to definitely hit that up for our next grocery store. So, yeah, that's it. That's been the coronavirus update. I shouldn't have any more updates other than, no, we still don't have Exit My Store, unless anything crazy happens. I'm not going to have any more updates about this. That's unless anything changes in my state or anything like that. So yeah, like, I didn't know it was a national emergency. I learned about it while I was actually at work, and some of the managers made that as like an announcement through the lanes. So yeah. My scheduled live streams are going to be Sunday evenings. I don't know what time. Could be 5-ish, could be 6. It depends on if I'm cooking. If I come home from church and start cooking, depending on what I'm cooking, it could go longer. I don't know. But yeah, so live streams are going to be Sunday evenings. I'm going to try to do a video. I'm supposed to be off on Wednesdays as well. So I'm going to try to do a video and at least upload a video on Wednesdays. If I can't figure out how to record just a video on my webcam, I guess I could go live, but I'd like to rather just upload a video if I can, where I don't have to record it from my phone. You know what I mean? So I need to figure that out. So I do work tomorrow, but I am off Sunday. So after church, I'm gonna play around with that. I'm gonna try to figure it out. If you guys know how to do that, message me on Twitter at GothiCubby25. I hope you guys enjoyed your Friday the 13th. I love Friday the 13th. It's my favorite holiday. I said earlier that it was my favorite holiday, and an elderly gentleman was like, "Why?" And I said, "Because it's rare." And he said, "Like toilet paper?" And everybody that heard him just lost it. So, yeah. But, okay. I hope you guys had a great day. Go enjoy your weekend. You should not see me for a while. If I do a live stream on Sunday, it is not going to be anything serious. We're going to try to make something fun happen. And, like, let's do something light and fun. And do, like, I don't know. Let's collab with something. I don't know. We'll come up with something fun and not so heavy and real worldish. Like, just chill. Okay? So, you guys have a great night, great weekend. Happy Friday the 13th, and I will catch you guys later.